welcome back to my channel. So I think the first thing that everyone's noticing, or at least the first thing I notice about myself, is I'm wearing a full face of makeup. Well, a lot more makeup than I usually wear. Like, I've got foundation on. I've got the whole hog. That's because I'm going out tonight. I've got an outfit on under this that I thought I'd film with a jumper on. But yeah, so this video is going to be a little, I guess, a whole year thing, really, about books that I want to read. I'm not sure how interesting it's going to be, but I like books, so this is what you get. So I'm actually going to start with books I've read so far this year, in 2023. It's like the 6th of January. I've started and I finished a book. And that is, before I start, I'm a big fantasy reader. I like fantasy. That is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. So I've finished the whole book, 5 stars. I really liked this book. Like, I think I read half of it yesterday. Because I was hooked. And you know, when you've got like 50 pages of a book left and it's like 11:30, you're like, oh, there's 50 pages left. It's nothing. Carry on. So I did. So, moving on from that, a lot of you probably expect this. The book I'm currently reading, I started it today, is A Court of Mist and Fury, which is a bit of a beefier book, and I'm not greatly far in. Ignore the paperclip. My bookmark is in Lincoln, and so are some of the books that should be in this video, but I wanted to film it now. But yeah, so these are the only 2 physical copies I've got of these series at the minute. I tend to buy the books as a series as I go, because if I don't like the series, then I don't already have the next book, so I'm not like spending money. You get me? But no, so I bought this yesterday. Yeah, I went and bought it yesterday because I was like, I'll finish that book soon. So I bought this yesterday from the works. And then on to my current TBR that I have here with me now. So the first thing is actually the last half of Sarah J Maas's Throne of Glass series. Honestly, don't know why I stopped reading halfway through the 5th book. I think it might have been I was nearing to A-level exams and I was like, no time for reading. Work. But no, I don't know why I stopped halfway through. Like, there's still a bookmark in there. Like, there's still a bookmark in Empire of Storms, like, there. Like, I was on chapter 35. But no, I can actually still remember what happened before that point. Like, I completely remember everything. So, I'm going to start from this book, maybe a few chapters back, because I really want to finish this series, because it was so good. Don't know why I stopped. Don't know what possessed me to think stopping was a good idea. I mean, I'm probably not going to have much time once I move back to Lincoln. However, I've told myself 1 chapter before I sleep, at least 1 chapter before I sleep every night, that I'm not on a night out, which is not very often. I don't go out a lot. So then obviously that leads to the other ones in the series. So Tower of Dawn, which is like the only cover that's different, and that slightly annoys me. Like, it's a dark blue one, but I guess that's because it's firing. I don't want to pronounce his name because I say them in my head when I read, and nobody ever has to hear how I pronounce them, and I don't know how to pronounce this name. Cheol, 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 Chol, Chow. If you read the books, you know who I mean. Very excited because I really liked that character. And then the series finale of that series, which is Kingdom of Ash. Beefy, massive book, huge book. It's got some damage on the spine. Oh, it's got a crease in the front cover. No! But I've heard very good things about this book. In fact, one of my friends is like, you have to finish that class. Then, to be fair, I've also got the prequel to that series, which is The Assassin's Blade, which I will also read, quite honestly. I will read that. I really like her books. And then I've also got, not on my physical TBR, because I haven't bought them, but her Crescent City. I don't say Crescent Moon. Is it Crescent Moon? I think it's Crescent City. Crescent City series that I want to read them as well. I've now realised that putting my partner on the floor means I'm having to bend down to pick them up. This one's not necessarily, this is not really a fantasy, but I started reading it ages ago. And I remember really liking it, but I never got around to finishing it. I don't know why. If I just put it down and I never picked it up again. But no, this is They Both Die at the End, and I think he's had a second one of these out recently, which I'll probably pick up if I end up liking this one, because it's not my typical book. Like, it's not fantasy, but I remember enjoying the first half of it. There's 2 more books down here. One of them's a standalone, one of them's a series. The next one is a series I've heard so many good things about, and I really want to read it. There's like 4 of them. And it is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I've heard really good things about this. Like, I would definitely read it at some point. Like, it is on the TV. It's such a bendy book. I love a bendy book. But no, I will definitely read it. And then the last one that I've got here with me today is covering my hair. It is Lore, which I've heard some good things about. It is a standalone fantasy. And I really want to give it a go. Like, when sometimes you just don't feel like reading a series. So, here's Lore. I've had this quite a while, actually. You can see my bookshelf up there. It has some books that, admittedly, I've not read, but I don't see myself reading this year. Unless I run out of money and I need to read them. I will talk a little bit about, there's technically 2 books at uni that are both the start of series that one of them I want to reread and one of them I want to start reading. So one of them is, I can't remember the book title or the author. I know it's got dragon in the title, it's like the History of Dragons or something. It's like a series of 4 books. Marie Brennan wrote them, I think. Then the other series is by Robin Hobb. So they're also on my TBR. Also fantasy. I've actually got the Song of Achilles. I did read that book and I really liked it. I might reread it this year. I've also got Mythos there, but that's not my book. I've also got one thing to say about a book that I want to read that I don't own that is a standalone, and that is The Diary of the Orange Tree. Oh, it's on my list. I will read that this year because I want to, but I've just got to get through my physical TBR. I like reading, but I like buying. I used to love the Warrior Cat series. I loved the first series and I stopped halfway through book 3 on the second one because I took the book to school and someone bent the spine and wrote in it and ripped the front cover. And I stopped there because I was so upset. I am protective of my books. I have nothing else to say. This is already 12 minutes long, which isn't too bad really. And thank you for all the support. Is that the right word? The support on my last video, which is a vlog. Because I know I was speaking really quietly. And it wasn't great because I wasn't doing much that would be interesting to you, but it's doing better than I thought it would. It's got more views than I thought it would get. So thank you guys. Come back next Saturday for a first week back after Christmas vlog. Excited, nervous. Got auditions for the Musical Theatre Society musical. Very nervous. Fingers crossed. Send good wishes my way. But yeah, please consider liking and subscribing to show your support, and I will see you next week. Yeah. Bye.